So this is the Bionaire Aer1, if I'm saying that correctly, with true HEPA air filtering. So mainly for me, the reason I got this one is because it says it filters out airborne mold spores, which I haven't seen on a lot of the other air purifiers. If you need to change or look at the status of your filter, you just pull the tab on the top, right or left. There's one on either side, and the front pulls forward and pops out. And you can see in there, that's the new filter. I'll show you the old one. Yeah, it was quite dirty, so I'm glad we changed it. And that was after about 6 months of use. So when you pop the filter out, you can see inside it's just basically a cavern with a fan, pulls air from the back and pushes it to the front. There's these two little indentations in the side of the filter, and that's what you use to guide it in when you do have to swap it out. You just try to get them to go right in those little channels. The tab goes in the channel. Let me zoom in on that so you can see it a little better. Yeah, so there's two tabs on the side of the machine and two channels on the side of the filter, and you just basically insert tab A into slot B for both of those. And then again on the bottom you got two tabs on the bottom of the door, so you insert those into the slot and then push the door back up, and voila, it's back together. And in the back here you got a nice little lift handle for carrying it around, moving it from room to room or table to table. And in the bottom by the power cord here you can see the intake for the air vent. These little wheels in front tied to months of the year are supposed to be so you can tell yourself when's the next time you're going to change the filter. So I changed mine in November, I set it to May. It's a nice way to do it. You really don't need an auto sensor if you just set the month. So here's the fan running on full. It's really not that loud on any setting. I'm going to switch to medium here. Now I'm switching to the low speed, and the nice thing here is that it doubles as a sound machine, like a white noise machine. It's so quiet, but loud enough to kind of fill the room with that ambient sound. Now the last feature here is this ionization button. I have it off most of the time, but if you turn it on, a little blue bar will appear. Basically what it's doing is it's running an ionizer, which from what I understand is like an air zapper to pull smaller particles together into bigger particles so that the filter can get them. But I don't run this all the time because I've read somewhere that it can off-gas ozone, so I try not to do that when the house is sealed up for the winter. And in their unique design, the Aer model has the front window, which you can look in and see the status of your filter without having to go through the painstaking process of taking the front cover off, which is actually super easy, but it does look cool. So for price, it's about $80 at Target undiscounted. You can probably get it cheaper through a sale or a red card or somewhere else. And the other thing to remember here is that the filter costs about, well, it's about $55, $54 and change for the 2-pack. So you're running around $27 a filter. If you replace it every 6 months, it's back to the original cost. So probably about $55 a year added costs that you're going to have after the first 6 months. In the likes department, it's not too big, so it's portable enough to move around to different rooms or different parts of a room. And it produces a really nice white noise sound without being too loud. Obviously it's HEPA filters, and it covers 164 square feet. And mainly for me, it addressed the airborne mold spores, which I thought was, something lacking on the other ones. On the dislike side, the filters, like I just mentioned, are going to run you a lot of cost, as the cost of the machine to own it over time. And that there's some anxiety around the machine, the filters not being around forever because vendors change models and stores discontinue carrying things. Seems at a more and more rapid pace these days. But all in all, it's got a really smooth sound, and I enjoy using it, and it gives me great peace of mind. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up or hit the bell to be notified when others come out.